All right, welcome back to the channel. So Andre Ward disses Gervonta Davis and says Tank's style is really for casuals, but the hardcore fans like Teofimo Lopez. Let me assure you that is some horse stuff, okay? And in this particular instance, Andre Ward has no standing to say it, doesn't know what he's talking about, and is most definitely on the pay for this one. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. So Andre Ward talks about something he don't know about, which is a first from what I know of. This is the first time I can do an Andre Ward video and tell Andre Ward, dude, be quiet. I know more about this than you do. And that is what hardcore boxing fans want. Without a doubt, I have more knowledge in that regard than he does. I can't believe it. It's in boxing. He's a Hall of Famer, and I know more about something than he does. Because what he just said is ridiculous. And the reason I say that I would know more than him in this regard is because he is not a fan. He is a fighter. So, just like Andre Ward can tell me, Fanon, how many championships belts do you have? And I would say none. He would say, how many Olympic gold medals do you have? And I would say none. He said, well then, Fanon, don't talk to me about boxing in the Olympics or boxing in professional. Don't talk to me about throwing no punches you don't know. And I would say, you are right, sir, Andre Ward, let me zip it shut and listen to you. But when you talk about fans, oh no, Andre, you overstepped your bounds. You are not a fan. You are a fighter, and you are a trainer, and you are a commentator, and you are a promoter or manager. I don't know what that is, but all of those things say that you are deeply embedded in the sport of boxing, and you are not operating from the perspective of a fan. I am very, very sorry to tell you, homie, but you cannot play the game and sit in the stands at the same time. No, 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 no. You, my friend, are an employee of or a contracted worker for ESPN. And you also have a promotional company. So, no, 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 Andre. Don't go preaching to fans about what fans want. Talk to fans about what boxers are doing, because we don't understand that, but we understand what we like very, very well. And you know this because we buy the fights, we go to the fights. Now that I've just got out there why Andre Ward has no standing, and by that I mean, dude, he is not a fan. He is not a normal fan. He is not into it just for the sport. He literally gets paychecks for that. He is trained inside the ring. He has his own preferences about what he wants to see in the ring. He is not a hardcore fan. He is a professional. I'm a hardcore fan. Me, not him. All of these YouTube channels that are doing videos all through the day, they are the hardcore fans, not Andre Ward. And that, my friend, is a matter of definition. Okay? You cannot be both a promoter and you can't be everything to everybody. And people that tend to try to be everything to everybody are full of it. Okay? Most times, if you see somebody claiming everything, they're claiming nothing but themselves. That's just what it is. Now, let's actually look at why I disagree with him so much. Because, Andre, you're just wrong. People, hardcore fans, love Gervonta Davis' style, man. Love it. What is there not to like? He is highly technical. He has excellent offense. He has excellent defense. He gives you knockouts. What else I sat there and was extremely excited to watch Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, I do remember seeing Teofimo Lopez fight this tall Japanese guy. I enjoyed the fight, but what about His fight with that guy was a hardcore boxing fan's dream. No. Let me tell you what's happening here. And what I've seen happen is happening specifically for Teofimo Lopez. There's an attempt to attach Teofimo Lopez to Gervonta Tank Davis so that Teofimo Lopez's star can rise like Tank Davis's already has. And that's a fact. You listen to the way, for example, Chris Mannix talked about Devin Haney. Chris Mannix is with DAZN, right? Employed by DAZN to cover a DAZN fighter. Devin Haney is the DAZN fighter. If you listen to Chris Mannix talked, every time he mentioned Devin Haney, he talked about him not being marketable. And then he mentioned Ryan Garcia and how much more marketable Ryan Garcia is and how much more marketable Teofimo Lopez is. And then, all right, said how marketable those two guys are. And then he said, then they put Gervonta Davis in there with them, right? Said, oh, Devin is not as marketable as Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez and Gervonta Davis. But here's the problem. Ryan Garcia is not as marketable he has not been marketed as well as Gervonta Davis. Dude, he is not selling out stadiums like that. He's not been on pay-per-views like that. He's not a multiple-time world champion. So why are you comparing Ryan Garcia to Gervonta Davis? You shouldn't be. They are not near each other other than the name. But why? Because they cannot deny Gervonta Davis. If they could deny Gervonta Davis, they would more than likely, in my opinion, take Gervonta Davis and stick Gervonta Davis in the same bucket as unmarketable as Devin Haney. Because if you look at the two, really, truly, why would Gervonta Davis be any more marketable than Devin Haney? Other than the knockouts taking place, which I guarantee you, you can make happen for Devin Haney, dude. You can feed him fighters that will just disappear off knockouts, okay? It could happen. Not saying that that's what's going on with Gervonta Davis, but Gervonta Davis does have the ability to knock people out, right? And I think Devin Haney obviously has the ability to do that too, because you're going to see him get more, I think, when he moves to 140. But regardless, my point is, relative to Gervonta Davis, none of those guys have demonstrated that they're marketable. Oh, actually, that they have been marketed, right? Whether or not they're marketable means, oh, we can do this in the future, right? So Chris Mannix is saying, oh, I feel like we could market these guys, but we can't market Devin Haney. Why? You know what I'm saying? Why? And so to Andre Ward, man, come on, man. It's like, no, not come on, man, because I'm not talking to Andre Ward. I'm talking to the suit that he's wearing, right? Like, not him. I'm talking to those glasses you're wearing. Like, man, buy some contacts. Like, there ain't no need to wear that. That stuff is out of style, dude. When you wear glasses, and you take it from somebody that really needs glasses, okay? Really needs glasses and really had to wear suits, right? Suits and glasses. Dude, if you have to do that for your job, you do it for your job. But if you have to do it for your job over a long period of time, you will realize that you don't want that stuff on your face if you ain't got to have it on you, and you don't want that thing around your neck if you don't want to have it. But when you have to play the role, you got to play the role. And Andre Ward is clearly playing the role here, man, because that is just, come on, man. Now you're just saying that the reason that Gervonta Davis is so much more popular is because casual fans know that, but they don't really understand it. If they really understood boxing more like the hardcore fans do, they would really like Teofimo Lopez. What, like Monster Inoue too? Does that apply to? Maybe that's why Andre Ward can't find a way to vote for Gervonta Davis on the pound for pound list. Because there's hardcore fans really want to see Monster Inoue, right? That's why he can give a vote for Juan Carlos Estrada on a pound for pound list, because hardcore fans really just like Estrada's side. The casuals really like Gervonta. I mean, dude, even on my boxing channel, we don't call people casuals because we know what you're trying to say. When you call somebody a casual, you're just trying to completely disregard what they actually have to say, belittle them, and say and lord your boxing knowledge over you, right? boxing historians do it. Boxing well, what were the rankings in 1962? Like the rankings, in 1962? Where was Sonny Liston in the rankings vis-a-vis Cassius Clay? Oh, trick question. There was no Cassius Clay. He had changed his name to Muhammad Ali. You know, nonsense like that you go through. But to hear Andre Ward try to pull that on somebody, man, stop it. You're not a fan. You are in the business of boxing. You are a professional fighter. You are a professional commentator that has skin in the game because you got a contract with Top. Your fighters have top contracts with Top Rank. Okay? You are very, very, very very biased here, Andre. You're being very, very biased. Tisk, tisk. Don't do that. Give Gervonta Davis's fans their credit, man. We're not casuals, okay? I'm a huge fan of Gervonta Davis, and there's nothing casual about my fanhood of boxing, all right? I pay attention to boxing as many hours a day as Andre Ward does. I guarantee you. But it is what it is. You let me know what you think. And with that, I'm out. Peace.